if the police come into your house, come knock, and they have to read you your Miranda rights. Is it similar with OSHA? Do they have to tell you what those rights are when they engage with you at first, or no, they don't? You need to know them.
No, you absolutely need to know your rights. So this is not criminal law. So Miranda rights would be read in a criminal matter. This is administrative law. So when OSHA shows up, they will tell you basic information, which is the right thing to do, of course, but they will really invariably never tell you all of your rights. And I was reading a trial transcript just last night, preparing a post-trial brief, and I had cross-examined the OSHA inspector saying, does the Fourth Amendment apply to employers and OSHA inspections? And the inspector said, yes, absolutely. And then we went through, well, how do you tell companies you're inspecting that they have the right to deny you entry if you don't have a warrant? And basically, they don't. They'll never bring up Fourth Amendment. You have the right to deny this inspection and to refuse entry because we do not have a warrant. You won't get that. So you've got to be prepared before OSHA shows up. And that's something I do all the time. I'll speak to anyone who will listen to let them know that they have rights, what those rights are, so that they can confidently navigate the OSHA inspection process.
What are some of the other common pitfalls that you should avoid during an inspection?
Well, also making admissions. Oftentimes, companies feel, hey, if we're honest, brutally honest, this is going to help us. We got nothing to hide, and they're overly deferential because they're scared. I mean, it makes sense. You've got an OSHA inspector here. You don't want to tick them off, so to speak. So you're just overly cooperative in one sense. And if an OSHA inspector points something out during the walk around, for example, he or she might say, these employees need hard hats. You wouldn't say, you're right, we're sorry, we'll get right on that, because a number of things. Number one, you might be wrong. I mean, the OSHA inspector might be wrong. We've seen that. What you would do in that instance is you might say nothing. You might say, okay, go over to the employee, say, oh, put your hard hat on, and leave it at that. So whatever the inspector says is wrong, you address it, but you don't make an admission.
What are some of the other very specific things people can do in that mock inspection that will really help them shine if this happens?
So when we do a mock inspection, I would want someone to ask me, when I'm the inspector, what's the probable cause for this inspection? Meaning, why are you here? What's the legal justification for you looking through our work site? That's one thing. There's two other big aspects, interviews and document requests. So the inspector is going to ask for documents. But what we counsel is you should not start giving documents without having someone, either management, outside attorney, look at the documents and make sure it relates to the scope of the inspection.